Here's a fact that might shock you. By the time you finish watching this video, dozens of older adults around the world will have suffered a fall. Not because of clumsiness, but because of one thing: progressive muscle loss and crippling leg cramps. And the worst part, most of them didn't even know it was coming. Did you know that after age 60, your body can lose up to 1/3 of its muscle mass? Silently, no pain, no warning. Until one day, getting out of a chair feels like lifting a mountain. Or you wake up at 3 a.m., clutching your calf in agony from a cramp so fierce, it leaves you breathless. This isn't just discomfort, it's a warning sign. And if ignored, it can steal your strength, your balance, even your independence. But here's the good news. Scientists from top institutions like Harvard and the University of Tokyo have discovered that certain superfoods can not only prevent these cramps, they can actually rebuild muscle, restore balance, and give back what aging tries to take away. And the most powerful ones? You probably don't even have them in your kitchen right now. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover the top 4 superfoods that 99% of seniors don't know about, and how they can reclaim their strength, sleep better, and move with confidence again. Let's begin. So now that we've uncovered the silent danger lurking behind leg cramps and muscle loss, it's time to ask the next important question. Why does this happen so often and so suddenly after we turn 60? The truth is, it doesn't happen all at once. It sneaks up on us, one quiet change at a time. First, your body slowly begins to lose its ability to regulate essential minerals, the ones that allow your muscles to function smoothly: magnesium, potassium, calcium. These 3 play a vital role in how your muscles contract and relax. But as we age, even a slight drop in these minerals can create major problems. You might feel a twitch, a sharp cramp in your calf, or a strange heaviness in your legs. And many times, this imbalance is caused by medications we've been prescribed. Diuretics for high blood pressure or certain heart conditions, for example, which quietly flush these minerals from our system, leaving our muscles defenseless. But the issue doesn't stop there. There are also 2 key vitamins that often go missing from the aging body without us even realizing: vitamin D and vitamin B12. These 2 are absolutely crucial, not just for bone strength or energy, but for muscle performance and nerve function. Vitamin D helps your muscles absorb calcium and contract properly, while B12 supports the communication between your brain and your body. When either one is low, your muscles may not respond the way they should. You might feel clumsy, slow, or even experience sharp spasms for no clear reason. And unfortunately, as we get older, our bodies simply aren't as efficient at absorbing these nutrients, especially if we're spending less time in the sun or taking common medications like acid blockers. But perhaps the most important and most overlooked reason for this growing weakness is something called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the natural, age-related loss of muscle mass. It's not dramatic at first. You might not even notice it. But year after year, it adds up, until suddenly you've lost 20, 30, even 35% of your muscle without ever feeling sick. You just feel tired. You avoid stairs. You hold onto the railing a little tighter. You stop carrying things you once handled with ease. And when sarcopenia sets in, it doesn't just affect strength. It impacts your balance, your posture, your energy, and it increases your risk of falls, fractures, and long recoveries. In fact, experts have linked sarcopenia to the majority of fall-related hospitalizations in people over 70, not because they tripped, but because their muscles were no longer strong enough to catch them when they did. The most heartbreaking part of all this, it's often treated as inevitable, something that just comes with age. But the science tells us something different. These changes can be slowed down, even reversed, with the right nutrients, with simple everyday foods that support your muscles from the inside out. So the real question isn't whether you can stop cramps and regain your strength. The question is, will you know what to eat in time? Coming up next, I'm going to share the 4 superfoods that 99% of seniors don't even realize are missing from their meals. They're not exotic, they're not expensive, and they could be the key to rebuilding the strength you thought was gone for good. Let's begin with something simple, something familiar, something you've probably had in your kitchen for years, but may have completely underestimated. The humble egg. Tiny, yes, but don't let its size fool you. This little food is a quiet powerhouse, packed with exactly what your aging muscles are crying out for: One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality, complete protein, meaning it delivers all the essential amino acids your body needs to repair, rebuild, and maintain muscle. For older adults, this is crucial. As your body becomes less efficient at using protein, every bite matters. And eggs deliver protein your muscles can actually use. But it's not just the protein that makes eggs so valuable. Eggs, particularly the yolk, also provide natural vitamin D, a nutrient many seniors are lacking. You may already know that vitamin D helps with bone health. But did you know it also plays a direct role in muscle function? Without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium properly. And without calcium, your muscles can't contract or relax the way they should. That's one of the lesser-known reasons why leg cramps become more frequent with age. Still, we're not done. Eggs are also rich in vitamin B12, a vitamin essential for your nervous system, the very system that tells your muscles when and how to move. As you age, your ability to absorb B12 from food decreases, and when B12 runs low, your nerves begin to misfire. That's when you might feel tingling in your feet, numbness in your hands, or those strange, sudden cramps that come out of nowhere. Dr. Karen Lee, a neurologist specializing in senior health, puts it this way. B12 deficiency is one of the most underdiagnosed causes of muscle cramps in older adults. Eggs offer a gentle, natural way to maintain nerve health without the side effects of supplements. This reminds me of Joan, 66, from Ohio, told me she used to skip breakfast most days. I wasn't really hungry in the morning, she said, and I figured a cup of coffee was enough. But after weeks of waking up with tight calves and nighttime cramps, her doctor asked a simple question. Are you getting enough protein? She started small, just 1 boiled egg each morning. I didn't expect much, Joan admitted, but within a week I noticed fewer cramps. I was sleeping better too. Sometimes the smallest habits make the biggest difference. For Joan, it started with a single egg. So now I ask you, when was the last time you had an egg? Not just for breakfast, but as part of a conscious choice to support your muscles. Because the research is clear, seniors who include 6 to 7 eggs per week in their diet experience better muscle maintenance, improved nerve function, and yes, fewer nighttime cramps. And the best part? Eggs are versatile, affordable, and easy to prepare. Boil them, scramble them, add them to a sautéed pan of leafy greens, or fold them into an omelet with vegetables. However you like them, just make them part of your weekly routine. You may not feel a difference overnight, but give it time. Nourishing your muscles is like watering a plant. It takes consistency, but the results are real. If you've already been including eggs in your diet, let us know in the comments. Do you feel stronger? Are your cramps less frequent? And if not, maybe now's the perfect time to start. Stick with me, because next, we'll uncover a second superfood that works in perfect harmony with eggs and brings a different kind of muscle-boosting magic to the table. Let's keep going. Now, let's move from the breakfast table to your dinner plate, or better yet, your salad bowl. Because one of the most powerful foods you can eat to stop leg cramps and support healthy, strong muscles isn't exotic or expensive. It's leafy, green, and often overlooked. Spinach. Yes, spinach. It's more than just a vegetable. It's a natural remedy, full of the exact nutrients your aging muscles need to stay calm, coordinated, and cramp-free. Let's start with magnesium. Spinach is one of the richest natural sources of this essential mineral, and it plays a central role in how your muscles contract and relax. When magnesium levels drop, and they often do as we age, your muscles become irritable. They tighten unexpectedly. They spasm. That's one reason why so many seniors report painful nighttime cramps, especially in their legs and feet. A recent study published in the Journal of Clinical Neurology found that magnesium supplementation significantly reduced the frequency of nighttime leg cramps in older adults. And while supplements can help, getting your magnesium through food, like spinach, is often safer, gentler, and better absorbed. But magnesium isn't the only reason spinach deserves a place on your plate. It's also packed with potassium, another vital electrolyte that works hand in hand with magnesium to maintain balance in your muscle cells. Potassium helps regulate your heartbeat, supports proper nerve function, and keeps your muscles hydrated, all of which help reduce cramping and muscle fatigue. Did you know that just 1 cup of cooked spinach contains over 800 milligrams of potassium? That's more than you'd get from a banana, and without the sugar spike. It's one of the simplest ways to restore your body's natural electrolyte balance, something that gets harder and more important as the years go on. But we're still not done. Spinach is also rich in antioxidants, particularly compounds like lutein and beta-carotene, which fight inflammation and oxidative stress in muscle tissue. That matters more than you might think. Because as we age, our muscles aren't just working harder, they're also more vulnerable to microscopic damage from inflammation and free radicals. These antioxidants act like a protective shield, keeping your muscle cells healthy and resilient. Henry, 73, lives just outside Tucson. "I'm not big on vegetables," he told me with a grin. "Never have been. I grew up on meat and potatoes." But after a bad cramp while gardening, one that left him limping for a day, his daughter convinced him to try something new: sautéed spinach with garlic. "I didn't love it at first," he said, "but I kept with it. Now I have it 2 or 3 times a week, and the cramps, way less frequent." It wasn't magic, it was magnesium, and a bit of willingness to try something green. Dr. Elaine Monroe, a nutrition researcher at the National Institute on Aging, explains it this way. Think of spinach like a multivitamin that grows from the ground. It doesn't just nourish, it protects. For seniors, that protection is essential, especially if you're active, recovering from injury, or dealing with regular cramps. So, here's a question worth asking yourself right now. When was the last time you had a helping of leafy greens that did more than just decorate your plate? When was the last time you fed your muscles what they truly need to feel strong again? The beauty of spinach is that it's easy to prepare and easy to add into your day. Toss it into a smoothie with banana and almond milk. Sauté it lightly with olive oil and garlic as a side dish. Mix it into eggs, soups, or casseroles. A small handful a day could mean fewer cramps at night and more confidence with every step you take. If you're already a spinach fan, tell us in the comments. How do you enjoy it most? And if you haven't added it to your meals in a while, maybe tonight's a good time to bring it back. In just a moment, we'll move on to the third superfood on our list, one that comes from the ocean and holds a secret that most seniors have never been told. But first, take a moment. Your muscles are listening, and spinach is one way to finally give them the support they've been silently asking for. Now, here's something else interesting. Now, let's take a deep breath and turn our attention to the sea. Because the third superfood that can help reduce cramps, soothe aching muscles, and rebuild lost strength isn't grown in the ground. It's caught in the ocean. We're talking about fatty fish, especially salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, 2 powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that do far more than protect your heart. For aging muscles, omega-3s are like oil for a rusty hinge. They ease stiffness, reduce swelling, and help your muscles recover from daily wear and tear. You see, as we get older, low-grade inflammation builds quietly in our bodies. This type of chronic inflammation is a major contributor to both muscle loss and cramping. It slows healing, breaks down healthy tissue, and makes it harder for your body to rebuild after even mild activity. But research has shown that diets high in omega-3s can reverse some of this damage, reducing inflammation at the cellular level and promoting healthier, stronger muscles. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who took omega-3 supplements gained significantly more muscle strength than those who didn't, even without changing their exercise routines. The effect was even greater when omega-3s were consumed through whole foods like salmon. But that's not all these fish bring to the table. Fatty fish are also one of the best natural sources of vitamin D, a nutrient that over 60% of seniors in the US are deficient in. Vitamin D plays a direct role in muscle contraction and strength, and low levels are strongly linked to muscle weakness, frequent falls, and yes, increased risk of leg cramps, especially at night. If you're not getting regular sunlight, and let's be honest, many of us aren't, fatty fish can help fill in the gap naturally, and then there's the protein. Just one serving of salmon provides around 20 to 25 grams of complete protein, rich in the amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle tissue. What makes this protein especially valuable is how easily digestible it is compared to red meat, which can sometimes feel too heavy or hard on the digestive system, especially in older adults. Martha, 69, from Sarasota, always preferred chicken. "Fish just never did it for me," she said. "Too smelly, too complicated, too." But when her granddaughter offered to make grilled salmon on a Sunday afternoon, she gave it a try. Honestly, it was delicious, and I didn't feel as heavy afterward. She didn't expect anything to change, but after a few weeks of adding fish once or twice a week, she noticed a subtle shift. I didn't need to lean on the shopping cart as much. My knees didn't ache as bad. It's not a miracle, but it helps. A simple change, and her body noticed. Dr. Bardech. Michael Grayson, a geriatric dietitian with over 30 years of experience, explains, fatty fish provide the perfect combination for seniors. Anti-inflammatory fats, highly usable protein, and vitamin D all in one bite. It's one of the few foods I recommend to almost every patient, regardless of age. Diet. So here's a gentle question for you. When was the last time you had a piece of wild-caught salmon, lightly grilled with a squeeze of lemon? Or a bowl of mackerel salad with olive oil and fresh herbs? If it's been a while, maybe your muscles are missing it more than you think. Now, if you're not a fan of cooking fish, or the smell keeps you away, you're not alone. But don't worry. Many seniors turn to high-quality fish oil capsules or canned wild salmon as an easier alternative. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency, giving your body the building blocks it needs to stay strong and steady. Try including fatty fish twice a week. If that feels like too much, start with once. Your joints, your nerves, and your legs will thank you for it. And if you're already eating fish regularly, share your favorite way to prepare it in the comments. You might just inspire someone else to give it a try. Up next, we'll talk about one final superfood, something you can eat with breakfast, lunch, or even as a snack. It's often misunderstood, but once you know how it works, you'll see why it deserves a spot on your plate. Let's close this list with something sweet. It's soft, it's familiar, and it's probably sitting on your kitchen counter right now. Bananas. Yes. This everyday fruit isn't just a snack. It's a fast-acting muscle supporter and one of the simplest, most effective ways to prevent leg cramps, especially the kind that strike out of nowhere in the middle of the night. You see, bananas are one of the richest natural sources of potassium, a mineral your muscles absolutely depend on to function properly. Potassium works by helping to regulate the flow of fluids and signals between your nerves and muscles. When your potassium levels drop, the messages that tell your muscles when to contract and relax get scrambled, and that's when cramping begins. In fact, studies from the National Institutes of Health show that potassium imbalances are directly linked to muscle spasms, fatigue, and sudden weakness in older adults. And because potassium is lost through sweat, dehydration, and even certain medications like diuretics, it's easy to become deficient without realizing it. But that's not all bananas offer. They also contain vitamin B6, which plays a key role in supporting your nervous system. Vitamin B6 helps the body produce neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that carry signals from your brain to your muscles. Without enough B6, your nerves may fire inconsistently, leading to poor coordination, muscle tension, or unexplained cramping. Robert, 74, had been waking up at 3 a.m. several nights a week with intense calf cramps. I thought maybe it was the cold, he said, or maybe my legs were just tired. A neighbor from his walking group mentioned bananas. I figured, why not? So Robert started eating one banana each evening about an hour before bed. That first week, I slept straight through, no cramps, no jolting awake. I couldn't believe it was that simple. Now it's part of his routine, and he swears by it. Dr. Julia Monroe, a senior nutrition advisor at the Cleveland Clinic, explains it this way. Bananas are nature's electrolyte pill. They offer a quick, gentle way to restore balance, especially after physical activity or during times of stress, when cramps are more likely to strike. Now, here's where things get practical. Bananas are incredibly versatile. You can eat them on their own, slice them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or pair them with peanut butter for a protein-rich snack. They're especially helpful before or after exercise, as they help replenish potassium and fuel muscle recovery. And for anyone who's had a restless night filled with cramps or spasms, having a banana an hour before bed can make a world of difference. So let me ask you, when you feel that tightness in your calf, or wake up with your toes curled in pain, do you reach for a solution, or just wait for it to pass? Next time, consider this. A simple banana might be all it takes to calm the storm. And if you're already a banana lover, I'd love to know, how do you like to enjoy yours? Plain, frozen in a smoothie, or baked into something delicious? Drop your favorite banana snack idea in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you found something helpful so far. Every like helps this message reach someone else who might need it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to hit that button and turn on the bell. Tips. We share weekly tips just like this, all focused on helping you stay strong, steady, and independent as you age. You can even send this video to a friend or family member who's been complaining about cramps lately. Sometimes the smallest change, like eating a banana a day, can have the biggest impact. Now that we've uncovered the power of these 4 simple superfoods, eggs, spinach, fatty fish, and bananas, you might be asking yourself, how do I actually use this in my everyday life? And that's a beautiful question, because real change happens not just in what we know, but in what we do, day by day, meal by meal. So let's walk through how these ingredients can fit naturally into your daily routine without requiring a complete lifestyle overhaul. Let's start with breakfast, the meal where most seniors tend to fall short on protein and essential nutrients. Imagine beginning your day with 1 boiled egg, not just for tradition, but because you now understand that it's packed with protein, vitamin D, and B12, the building blocks of strength. Next to that, you add a slice of whole grain toast, rich in fiber and slow-burning energy. And of course, a banana. A simple, soft, familiar fruit. But now, you know its potassium is working behind the scenes to protect you from cramps before they even begin. And to wash it all down, a glass of plant-based milk fortified with vitamin D, or, if you prefer, a small serving of pan-seared salmon from the night before, gently reheated with a squeeze of lemon. It might sound unconventional for breakfast, but for your muscles, it's a gift. Now let's talk about lunch, the heart of your day. Here's a nourishing, muscle-friendly idea. Grilled salmon or mackerel paired with sautéed spinach, lightly cooked in olive oil and garlic. This gives you anti-inflammatory omega-3s, clean protein, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants, all in one satisfying plate. And don't forget a small handful of walnuts or almonds on the side. They bring healthy fats, a bit of crunch, and extra magnesium to help your muscles stay calm and resilient. If this sounds like a lot, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Could you commit to adding just one of these ideas this week? Maybe start with the banana, or swap your usual lunch meat for a piece of grilled salmon. Your body doesn't need a revolution. It just needs a little more of what works. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these meals sounds most doable for you right now? Drop a comment below and let me know what you're excited to try. You never know who else your ideas might inspire. Coming up next, we're going to talk about something just as important as what you do eat, and that's what you should avoid if you truly want to keep cramps and weakness at bay. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin. Because while the right foods can rebuild muscle and prevent cramps, the wrong ones can undo your progress in a heartbeat. Sometimes it's not just about what you add. It's about what you quietly, consistently need to avoid. Let's begin with something that's hiding in almost every kitchen cabinet: salt and sugar. Too much salt throws off your electrolyte balance, leading to fluid retention, increased blood pressure, and, yes, more frequent muscle cramps. Sodium competes with potassium in your cells, and when it wins, your muscles lose. They become tense, more likely to spasm, and less able to recover. Now pair that with refined sugar, the sweet little thief that causes blood sugar spikes and inflammation throughout the body. Sugar drains magnesium stores and contributes to oxidative stress, both of which are directly linked to nighttime leg cramps in older adults. So next time you reach for that canned soup, deli meat, or store-bought pastry, ask yourself, is this helping me or setting me back? And then there's the quiet dehydration caused by 2 very common beverages, coffee and alcohol. Now, don't worry, we're not saying you have to give them up entirely, but too much caffeine or alcohol, especially later in the day, can dehydrate your muscles just enough to tip the scale. Dehydration leads to tighter muscle fibers, less efficient nerve signaling, and more cramping, especially during sleep, when your body is trying to relax and repair. Dr. Raymond Holt, a geriatric internist, shares this insight. Even a mild drop in hydration can trigger leg cramps in older adults. Coffee, wine, and even some teas act as diuretics, pulling water from your system. If you drink them, make sure to balance with extra water. And then finally, one habit many seniors overlook Eating too late at night. When you eat close to bedtime, your body focuses on digestion instead of recovery. It increases your heart rate, raises core temperature, and delays the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps your body rest, restore, and repair muscle tissue. Eating too late can also disrupt your blood sugar balance, triggering insulin spikes that leave your muscles vulnerable. And if your body is still digesting while you sleep, your chances of waking up with a cramp go way up. So here's a simple rule of thumb. Try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Let your body settle. Let it do the work of healing, not just processing food. Now, let's check in. Do any of these habits sound familiar to you? A bit too much salt? A second cup of coffee in the afternoon? A heavy dinner at 9 p.m.? You're not alone. We've all done it. But today is a good day to start making small changes. If this part hit home for you, leave a comment and let us know. What's one thing you're going to cut back on starting this week? And if you found this helpful, give this video a like, not for me, but for your own commitment to better health. Every thumbs up helps this message reach someone else who needs it too. Coming up next, we'll shift focus to what you can do every single day, beyond food, to keep your muscles happy, your balance steady, and those awful cramps far, far away. Because staying strong, especially as we age, is also about what you do each day. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need a coach. All you need is a few simple habits, done consistently, with care and intention. Let's start with something basic, but so often forgotten: hydration. Water is the lifeblood of your muscles. Without enough of it, your cells can't repair, your nerves misfire, and those painful cramps, especially at night, become much more likely. So how much is enough? For most older adults, 6 to 8 cups of water a day is a good baseline. But more important than the number is the rhythm. Sip water throughout the day, not all at once. And be mindful not to drink too much right before bed, or you might end up interrupting your sleep with extra trips to the bathroom, which leads to fatigue and slower muscle recovery. Next, we have something even simpler: walking. A short, gentle walk in the morning, even just 10 to 15 minutes, helps activate your muscles, boost blood flow, and gently wake up your nervous system. It's like telling your body, I'm still here, I still move, I still matter. Dr. Sarah Lynn, a physical therapist who works with seniors recovering from surgery, shares, I've seen patients go from walkers to walking unaided in just months, not because of heavy exercise, but because they committed to walking every morning. Walking is powerful medicine when done regularly. So if you can, lace up your shoes and take a stroll, even if it's just to the mailbox and back, even if it's inside your home. Your body will remember that movement and your muscles will thank you for it. And finally, let's talk about balance and stretching. Two things that seem simple, until they're gone. Stretching your calves, thighs, and hamstrings just a few minutes a day can prevent stiffness, improve circulation, and reduce the frequency of cramps, especially at night. Balance exercises like standing on one leg while holding onto a chair or practicing heel-to-toe walking can significantly reduce your risk of falls, which, as we know, is one of the most dangerous threats to independence later in life. And here's a secret. These movements don't just strengthen your body, they restore confidence. The more in control you feel, the more you move. And the more you move, the stronger and more stable you become. So now I ask you, gently, with care, what's one small habit you can start today? Is it sipping more water? Is it taking a walk around the block? Is it stretching while you brush your teeth? Leave a comment and share your goal. Big or small, you never know who might be encouraged by your words. And if this video has inspired you, please give it a like. Your support helps this message reach more people who may be quietly struggling just like you. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more videos coming, full of simple tips, heartfelt stories, and real solutions for living strong, long, and well. Coming up next, we'll wrap everything together. A quick recap, a simple reminder, and one final message that might just stay with you longer than anything else. Let's finish this together. 4 simple, powerful superfoods: eggs, spinach, fatty fish, and bananas. Each carrying exactly what your body needs to fight off cramps, rebuild muscle, and feel strong again. No expensive treatments, no complicated routines, just nature's quiet medicine, served one bite at a time. We also talked about the foods and habits that quietly steal your strength. Too much salt, sugar, caffeine, and late-night meals. And we learned how small daily actions, a glass of water, a morning walk, a moment of stretching, can make all the difference in the world. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't be. Because the path to feeling better doesn't begin with a big leap. It starts with a small step. Maybe it's that boiled egg tomorrow morning. Maybe it's skipping that extra cup of coffee after 4 p.m. Or maybe it's simply believing that, yes, even now, your body is still capable of change. Remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Just one small decision made every day can slowly rewrite the way you feel in your body. That's not just advice. That's hope backed by science. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these 4 superfoods? Which one are you excited to add to your meals this week? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might be the exact encouragement someone else needs today. And if you found this video helpful, I hope you'll tap that like button, not just to support the channel, but to help spread this message to more people who might be silently struggling just like you. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We've got more gentle, practical videos coming your way every single week, all designed to help you stay strong, steady, and fully in control of your health. If you have a loved one who's been dealing with cramps or weakness, please share this video with them. Sometimes, a small act of kindness, like passing along a bit of knowledge, can change someone's life more than we realize. Until next time, take care of your muscles, and they'll take care of you.